5 ways that you can connect more, that you can deepen your connection with your angels. Okay. Number 1, connect without a need. All right. So your angels love helping you. They love answering your questions and giving you guidance and helping you with whatever it is that, you need help with. And they really wish you would ask them more. They want you to. That's their purpose, is to help you. There's no job too small. There's no job too big. They want to help you. But if you really want to strengthen your connection to them, you want to connect with them without a purpose, without a need, without them to give you something or deliver something to you. You want to connect just so that you can feel their energy. Like once you get used to how that feels, that's really, really helpful. Feeling that connection to them, learning how it feels for you, because it feels a little bit different for everybody. And just, it really helps it helps you to know, is this guidance coming in or is this not? Or this is my angels trying to get my attention. Or, okay, now it's really easy for me to connect now that I want to talk to them and ask them for their help. So that's a great way to do that. Number 2, work on being more grounded. These days we're so busy, you guys. Like there's a million bajillion things going on, and we have to do so many things and check so many places and remember so much. And it can make you feel really scattered and overwhelmed and just tired, like just exhausted from all the stuff you have to do and all the things you have to remember and keep straight and, keep track of for everybody. So you have to make sure that you keep your energy grounded, because the angels can come in and connect with you and give you signs and talk to you a lot easier if your energy is grounded when you go to talk to them. Or maybe you're not even trying to talk to them. Maybe you just need them to hit you over the head with some help, or just be with you when you're struggling with something. They're gonna try, but you're not gonna feel them as much if your energy isn't grounded. Okay? So there's lots of ways that you can ground your energy. First of all, if you can make shifts in your life to not feel so overwhelmed and scattered, that's helpful. But I know you can't always, shifting the way that your brain handles stress is a huge help to that. Stress is this big thing that, once you check off things on your to-do list, more appear in its place. You're never really done with a lot of this stuff. So you really have to shift the way that your brain reacts to all of those things on your to-do list. Kind of just knowing they're going to be there, they're all going to be there, and really just allowing yourself to be okay with not completing everything, okay? Make lists if you don't have lists. That's helpful because it helps your brain to just go, okay, that's handled. I can let that, thought loop go for a little while. Go outside for a few minutes. Even if it's just 1 minute, go outside. Like just feel connected to the earth. That is so grounding. Get some grounding essential oils that you can use. Like I like pine. I feel like that's such a grounding oil. I live surrounded by pine, so I'm a little prejudiced. I love pines. But any kind of like really earthy scent will usually help ground you. You can put that on your feet too, and that will really help pull your energy into that better space. And then eliminate stuff you don't need. Like really try to look at that. I know that's hard. I have trouble with that too. Like, okay, I don't need this in my life. I don't need this stressor. My kid doesn't need to do 45 sports. Like we can pick one. It'll ease their stress. It'll ease mine. All of that stuff. I think I can let this job go. I think I can stop doing this so much. This isn't serving me. I'll focus here more. Or I'll ask for help in these areas. All of that stuff can really make a big difference in grounding your energy. And have systems. Like I'm madly in love with systems. I have a system for everything. I'm very type A if you hadn't already picked up on that. But I like to have a system in place for the things that I have going on, because that really does help ground your energy, and it doesn't leave your brain in that constant state of being overwhelmed. Okay? Take some more deep breaths. Like how often in a day do you stop and take a big deep breath where you fill up your lungs all the way and like expand it into your belly, right? Like do that you can do that while you're doing other things. That really helps ground your energy and will help you feel your angel's connection a lot more. Okay? All right, number 3, and that same tone and that same idea is meditate. Okay? 2 of the things that I hear all the time is, how do you know if the answer that just came to you was from your brain or was from your angels? Have you thought that before? The other is I'm asking my angels for a sign or guidance or an answer, but nothing's coming through. I'm not getting anything. Okay. My answer when I hear that is always the same. You need to be meditating because you need to be able to learn to let your brain just stop for a minute and not have to run through those loops of checklists and worries and fears and dredge up all those same emotions over and over again. Meditating helps you do that. Okay, so don't give me the excuse of I can't meditate because when I do, my mind won't be quiet. Well, that's why you need to be meditating, okay? Meditating is just the practice of stopping and stilling your mind and like connecting it to the right now. That's grounding. That's a great place for your angels to come in and connect with you. And it'll really clear up for you once you learn how to do that. Like, is that my ego talking or was that my angels? Okay, meditating is a great way to sort of sit back and like realize that ego voice that's constantly talking about its own needs and wants and desires and preferences, and to see that there's a difference between you and that. That's just a part of who you are. Okay, so meditating is a hugely important part of that. Meditating, like praying, is awesome, and asking your angels for stuff is awesome, and I highly recommend that you do that. But meditating is listening, so that's important too, to just go and to listen to yourself and to allow guidance to come in. You know, you can do it without much of a purpose other than to just still your mind. You can focus on one word, you can make one sound, you can just imagine that every time a thought pops up, you release it and let it go. All of that stuff is super, super helpful. Okay, number 4, know that there is always an answer. Your angels always answer. Always. Always, 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 always. They never don't answer. The universe doesn't just not answer you like, nah, we're not gonna deliver that answer or that message or that guidance. They always do. But you might just be looking for it wrong. Okay? You might just not be looking in the right place. Your angel's job is not to deliver things for you or manifest something for you or help you feel an emotion for you. They're not capable of that, nor should they be. They want you to do that. So a lot of times their answer or their guidance is how you're in your own way. They point that out. They go, look, you are blocking that. You're in your own way right here, like this. And then once you acknowledge that and you see that and you start picking up those signs, they'll help you shift out of the way. They'll help you work through that, okay? But don't mistake that. A lot of people will say to me, I asked my angels for this, and then these 3 big, disasters happened in my life. And I'm like, well, were you paying attention? Were you paying attention to what those things meant? Or maybe something great all of a sudden happened, but it seemed unrelated. Not unrelated. Really pay attention to what those events are and what those things are and see the connection, because that is a lesson for you. Okay? All right, number 5. Stop doubting yourself. Self-doubt is the biggest thing that gets in your way. That's your ego trying to step in and try to tell you, oh, that wasn't guidance that you got. You're just making it up. Who do you think you are? You can talk to angels. Oh, please. That was just a coincidence, right? I don't believe in coincidence. I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's just a way to kind of excuse your way out of seeing what the guidance is or what's trying to come through, or it's just fear taking form and really not allowing you to step into your power. So here's the thing. Who cares? Who cares if you got this great idea or you thought that this was this amazing answer from your angels and then maybe it wasn't? Who cares? Follow it. I promise. If that was not angel guidance to you, you will know really soon because it won't feel right. Okay? Whenever you walk towards intuition and towards guidance and to what your angels are trying to help you see, you'll feel it. It'll feel right. It'll feel scary. So scary, okay? But it'll feel right. It'll feel good. If you start walking in a direction and it doesn't feel right, then stop. Ask again. Reevaluate, all right? But don't doubt yourself so much. That thing that you thought was angel guidance coming in, 9 times out of 10 it is, all right? You're just doubting it. That song that suddenly came on the radio that really spoke to you, that was a sign. It absolutely was. You just doubted yourself. You knew it for a minute, but then your ego got a hold of it and was like, no, that wasn't a sign. Okay? Those are the 5 tips I have for you to really deepen your connection with your angels. So I hope that helps.